So today we left Mount Uniacke and we drove to Moncton and we picked up this thing. Former Cliff Matthews, former Leslie's bike, former a couple other people, and then Pierce's bike. And the last time Pierce rode it at Atlantic Motorsport Park, it went pop and didn't smoke or anything, but just wouldn't start, no power, didn't seem like it had any compression. So Pierce pulled the bodywork off, and yeah, pretty much where he stopped. So we're going to drag it home, do some finagling, take off that cover and have a look and see where we can go with it. We're going to fix some stuff, the bench shifter, clean it up a little bit, make it prettier, and maybe put a different Elka or rebuild that Elka because that one's done. And before I go any further, you know what? I think I'll put the spark plug in the hole just in case we get some condensation, because I don't need all that. Yeah, because we know what'll happen there. That's no good. So anyways, yeah. So this will be another series for Atlantic Mini on YouTube, and keep watching, like and share, all that stuff, and follow it for updates on what was wrong with this thing and our plans, because we're going to do some cool stuff with the 125s we have this year. Got some plans in the mix, and gonna put some people on bikes and people that normally wouldn't ride these things and have some fun. So yeah, stay tuned. And another helpful cooking tip, if you're going to sell a motorcycle, you should at least put all the hardware in that holds the gas tank on, because you're going to go down the highway, and that would pretty much suck to go flying off the bike on the highway. So we just strapper doodled it, and it's good to go. So yeah, like they say in 24 Hours of Lemons, numbers are important. Yeah, if you're making numbers for your race bike, guys, don't do that. Do not make a 3 that looks like that. So yeah, bike's not in bad shape. Fiberglass is pretty decent. We got it home from Moncton. Probably 5 hours up and back, a little more. Stop for lunch, and yeah, it's not bad. It's a new friend for our Smoke and Joe, minus the green tank, Smoke and Joe replica bike, the 125 Honda that Andrea Smith ran. It's got the Chinesium levers, and other than that, it's pretty much the kit bike. Elka shock, aero can, the fiberglass bodywork, and some lock wiring. And they make great little training bikes. They're great race bikes. Great for young people to start on, old people to start on. Good for anybody to start on. So it's a really good way to start your racing career or continue your racing career. So we're gonna do some fun stuff with these things. We're hoping to get one more so we can have 3 and have 3 of them on the track. And there's another one hopefully going to be racing that was sold. Colin Henniger sold his. So hopefully there's 4 of them on the track at once, and we can have, point scoring races type of thing. But we can have fun within the race. We can, old fat guys, 40 years old and 200 pounds, or girls, and Atlantic Mini will sponsor that event for the riders, and it'll be an invitational. The riders will be asked to ride, and they'll have their fun at our expense, and we'll have a lot of laughs, hopefully, at their expense. So, hey, they're a lot of fun. One of these and the 133s and 135s is fast. I think the fastest one ever was a 129.9. The French kid who bouncing it off the rev limiter. Excuse me, it's been a long day. Bouncing it off the rev limiter all day, and yeah, he blew his up. So we'll figure this one out and see what the problem is, and we'll stitch these videos together and create 1 or 2 out of the bunch, and hopefully we'll be entertaining. And like we said, numbers are important. Yeah. Okay, that's what we want to see. That's what we don't want to see. Alrighty, cool. Alright, so we're back at the 125. I'm going to pull the valve cover off and have a look, see what's going on under there, see if all the rocker arms are connected and moving and all that fun stuff. So by the looks of this, I'll have a look, see if I can go through where the tank, take the tank off, go through the top, should be easiest. And if not, the rad will have to come off. Not a big deal. But yeah, in there. And we'll see what happens. So yeah, so went from the top, had a look, and yeah, no, too much crap in the way. So the rad's gonna come off. So hey, pretty floor. Don't want to dump all that crap on the floor. So we, you know, most people would call that a baking tray or turkey basting tray or whatever you want. But if you've raced at Atlantic Motorsport Park, you might even call this a Steve Canfield sealed belly pan. If you've raced at AMP, you might just call this a Steve Canfield sealed belly pan. Try saying that 5 times fast. Wow. Sorry, Steve. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, let's, I'll pull that off and then we'll see what we can do. So, cylinder, the valve cover's off. There's the top of the cylinder head, the valve train. And everything looks like it's attached. Cam chain's on. Battery was flat, so we get her on a boost here. Let's give it a spin. Those valves are moving. So that's a decent sign. The more I touch this thing, the more I find things falling off. So yeah, we'll pull the cover maybe on the crank side, make sure that's turning. If that makes sense that it's turning because the valves are moving. Maybe we'll do sort of a real basic compression check. You know, pull the plug, put finger over the hole, and see if there's any compression there. All right. So no fancy gauge needed here. We'll just see if I can do this with my hands. There's that. Put that in there. Put a finger over that hole. Hit the starter. And there's 0 pressure coming out of that hole. So either the piston's not connected anymore, or it's the rings are popped off. Something bad. So I guess pull the motor. Lots of fun there. Yeah, we'll give that a try. We'll boost the battery up. Put it on normal now. Take it off of boost. See what we can get at it. But yeah, looks like we're pulling the motor on this one. Probably needs a rebuild anyways. And we'll pull it out and have a look. This one here, we rebuilt that one, and it's a rocket ship. So we'll pull it out and have a look. And yeah, cool. Fun, 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 fun. All right, some more magic. We removed the throttle body and most of the wiring, the clutch cable, and what else? All the hoses, the ground wire to the starter. That's about it. Besides that, I think we're good. We're going to start pulling the motor mounts off. And once we get the motor mounts pulled off, then we'll put a jack under it, take it out. Should be that simple. All right. So, not too bad. Yeah, less than an hour. Got it out. Nothing major to fight with. A couple bolts, the engine mount bolts, you know, they're like a pinch bolt. The nut is rather. It's a locking nut, so they're a little hard to fight with. I got them off. Nice big strong arm. Finangled it off. A little muscle, but hey, there it is on the bench. Next thing to do is to pull the cylinder head off and have a look down inside. Have a little look here. Can't see much. Yeah. The intake, can't see much. So we'll loosen off the tension on the cam chain, pull the cam sprocket off, take those 4 nice little nuts there off, and well, actually no, leave those 4 nuts on. Take these bolts off, and maybe I have to take the bridge off. I haven't done this in a while. If I recall. Yeah, maybe I do. Alrighty, cool. We're getting there. Alright, and after much digging and scratching my head, you know, because I don't throw anything out, as you can see. Can't throw stuff out. Now, when Miss Smith first started racing her 125, it was a little low on power, we thought. So we went big bore. Not illegal big bore, but Honda part, biggest you can buy. Got a chance to buy a cylinder already bored and everything, and hey, it was a good deal. And I made a little stand for the motor. You'd think I could find it. After digging through multiple totes, bam! There it is. I knew it was here somewhere. So hey, now somewhere to set that motor so we can work on it. Just like that. Yep, that will be perfect. So calling it quits tonight. Yeah, just under an hour and a half. Motor's out. Quick diagnosis. There's something big wrong. So yeah, we'll talk with our well-schooled Red Seal Honda mechanic, Phil Warnell. He knows these better than anybody. And start pulling this thing apart. And we'll likely have some pictures of it, some video. So yeah, this is going to be pretty cool. Thanks. Well, we're back with the CBR125R engine that suddenly lost compression, and we didn't know why. And we pulled it apart, and hard to tell, but that is a bent exhaust valve, and that will cause no compression. But on closer inspection, it's got a little ding in the corner of it. So, you know, you say, hey, let's rip this thing right apart. And here's the piston. See if we can get that to come all the way up there so you can see it better. There we go. And although black, it looked okay until I looked a little closer and right down. Horrible focus. There we go. Right down there is a witness mark from the valve. Now that doesn't make any sense to me. I thought maybe we just bent the valve. Maybe the valve just bent. I can fix that. We'll put a new valve in. No big deal. Then I had another look at this and said, wait a minute. That piston should be like this. It should. These valve pockets should be front and back, not diagonal. And that's why I went, uh-oh. And I grabbed the cylinder head, the cylinder itself, pulled it off, and you know, what do you find? You find a connecting rod that's no longer attached because the piston stayed inside the cylinder. And there's, oh my. The question, is it a left turn rod? Is it a right turn rod? What is it? But the actual pin sheared off, I would say inside that piston. Is it still in there? I think it is. Yep. So it looks like the piston broke. The rod bent when it broke because it jammed up inside, and yeah, self-destructed it. So I would say that it's a better light here. That side of the piston broke, and then that side, the pin broke, the rod bent, or hey, it all happened at once. Who knows? Likely high RPMs on the downshift. You know, you can't enter a corner at, I don't know, 20,000 RPM and then drop a gear. Well, I'm being excessive. 20,000 is excessive. But, you know, you can't come into a corner at 10,000 RPM, drop a gear. You know, that poor little motor's just spinning for all it's worth now, and who knows. So, yeah, these are, as you can see, solid rod. There's no end cap, which is probably better because, you know, the vibration, the bolts fall out, the ends fall out, and the whole thing rips apart anyways. So that means split the cases, do crank with rod. No, not at all. So our good friend Gary McKinnon has a bottom end, which is actually the bottom end of an engine that I gave Gary for the cylinder head. So we'll have a look at that. If the bore is spec'd, and it all looks decent, we'll just swap them. No big deal. Not a big deal. So that was easy to do. There's used motors out there, good ones for $350, questionable ones for $200. You know, where do you say, hey, this is an economical project? You know, you want to try to keep this thing around $1,000 because just for fun. Other half of me goes thinking like Paulie Whitehead and says, you know, what kind of small two-stroke liquid-cooled motor can I wedge in there? KX85, KX100? Ooh, that'd be fun. You know, and our friend Phil Warnell says, hey, put a CBR125R motor in there. It'd be a bullet. Not sure it'd even fit, but hey, they put them in Groms, they got to be able to put it in that. So, you know, hey, if you've got a CBR125R motor and you want to lend it to the cause and let us give it a try and we'll make videos about it, hey, we'll let you ride it on a racetrack. Why not? So if you got a CBR125R motor and you want to donate it, hey, change it for a case of beer. Who knows? We'll do a deal. We'll swap it in. We'll make some videos and we'll put you on a racetrack on it. And it'd be insane. Yeah, it'd be a great amount of fun. So this is where we're going to leave it. One video away. One video down. Yeah. Oh, well, it is what it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, the skirt is cracked. The sleeve is cracked. I got to stop looking at this thing. All right, don't mind the mess. We continuously work and make a mess here. So, Jeff again from Atlantic Mini, signing off. Keep tuned.